Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to do math in SQL. In particular, we're going to be talking about arithmetic operators, which basically covers addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, as well as one special function that I bet you don't know. So in just a second, we're going to jump into the computer and today's lesson. But as always, I gotta say it, if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's what lets me know that you're enjoying this content and that you found this video useful. And if you did find the video useful, please consider giving it a thumbs up as well as putting a comment down below in the comments, letting me know what you learned from this video. All right, with that said, let's jump into the computer and let's get on to today's lesson. We're going to start by connecting to our SQL server. So if you're like me and you're using a local host, you basically just click the little plus button and then hit connect. And once you're logged in, you'll be able to see that you're successfully connected to your server, as well as all of your databases. Now, if you're following along with this video series, you should have a database similar to mine. And if you're not yet following along, but you want to, please go watch the videos in the video playlist linked down below, where I'm currently teaching you SQL from the ground up completely for free. I'm not trying to upsell you. I'm not trying to get you to sign up for my consulting services. I'm just doing this for the love of the game. But with that said, we're going to create a new query by hitting this new query button. And now we're ready to talk about arithmetic in SQL. Now for this lesson, we're going to be working with the order item table. So we're going to go select star from SQL practice .dbo.orders item. And we're going to just make sure that this is working correctly by highlighting it and then hitting execute and making sure we got results. And it looks like we did. Now, the arithmetic functions that we have in SQL are addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, and we have division. We also have one other SQL function that's called a modulo. So let's start to cover what those are using our two numeric fields that we have in this table. So we've got quantity and we have unit price. So with that, let's first jump in to an example of what addition looks like. So in addition, you can just simply add things together. You can go quantity, and then you use the little plus symbol, unit price. And we can title this, and that'll be our first column showing that addition. For subtraction, and oops, I had my column name wrong. For subtraction, what you can do is you can basically do the same thing, only use a little dash to represent subtraction. And then for multiplication, you can do the same thing, but your multiply, you're going to use the star. And then for division, you're going to use the backslash. And for the modulo, you're going to use the percent sign. Now, I assume that you guys are familiar with most of these, except for maybe modulo. So what modulo does, and it's kind of a cool function, is it executes the division, and then it returns the remainder of that division. So let's just say you're going 9 modulo 10. What you're going to get is 10 because 10 goes into 9 0 times. However, if you're doing 10 modulo 9, what you're going to get is 1 because 9 goes into 10 once, and then there's a remainder of 1. So I'm going to add essentially this line, and I'm going to add it in twice here. But I'm going to swap around the column just so you can see what this looks like. So unit price, modulo quantity. All right, so let's go ahead and let's run this SQL query. So here we are, and what you can see here is we have quantity plus unit price, quantity minus unit price, quantity times unit price, quantity divided by unit price, quantity modulo unit price, and then unit price modulo quantity. And you can see this arithmetic. Now, you can also go ahead and you can put these into parentheses. So I could go quantity minus unit price divided by quantity. And it's going to follow the basic guidelines of essentially orders of operations when it comes to parentheses and arithmetic that you learned in grade school or in high school. So, one final note on this. One thing you might notice, and this is maybe my secret surprise that I told you guys to wait, is that none of these have column names. So what I want to introduce into this video is how you rename columns once you have a calculation. And the way to do that is using just essentially typing the name that you want for the column after it. So you can type, I want this to be quantity, and I'm going to misspell quantity, plus unit price. And when you run this, it's going to use that expression, right, as the column name. Now, this is called an alias. And in some SQL environments, you can also set an alias by using the as keyword. So you're saying, hey, call this expression as this column name. And you can go ahead and you can do that for pretty much all of these columns, right? Coming up with names for your own metrics and KPIs. Okay, so it's now time for the part of the video where I give you practice problems and you try to solve them on your own, and then we review the answers. So the first practice problem of today is going to be for you to make a SQL query against unit price in the orders item table multiplied by 0.1 called 10 per off. So go ahead, pause the video now, and attempt this problem. So in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to select, and we're going to select from SQL practice.dbo.orders item. Then the columns that we're going to select is I'm going to select the orders or order ID, the order item ID, and then I'm going to select unit price. I'm going to multiply that times 0.1 as the column called 10 per off. And then when I run this, what we should get is we should get the results returned successfully with our renamed column. And we did. All right, so now it's time for practice problem number 2. All right, so practice number 2 is write a SQL query that calculates the order item total. So pause the video and try that now. I didn't give you as much direction on this one, but I'd like to see you also give it an alias. All right, so in order to solve this, what we need to do is we need to take, if we go and we just quickly look at SQL practice.dbo.orders item, what you'll notice is that we have a quantity and we have a unit price, but we don't have an orders total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add on a second column that's going to be quantity times unit price, and I'm going to go as order line total. And what this is going to do is this is going to select all of the columns from the table and then one more that's quantity times unit price. So I'm going to run that. And if you look, I now have order line total. So that's the solution to problem number 2. But it's possible you came up with something slightly different because I was a little bit more open-ended on this question, similar to the way a business stakeholder might be. All right, so with that, you've made it to the end of today's lesson and you've completed the practice problems. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something from it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. And I hope to see you back for the rest of my Learn SQL for Free video series.